If you watch a lot of YouTube, you've probably heard this song. It's really popular on gaming channels and gaming adjacent content, especially those with commentary like storytelling, tier lists, or Q&As. This song is the Able Sisters theme from Animal Crossing City Folk. But why is this specific song from a game released back in 2008 so popular? I see a few reasons. The first is it's a trend. YouTubers love to copy each other. It's hard to say who was the first to use it, but once one video does well using it, other people are going to come around and copy it. I'm not judging here. I like the song and I use it in my videos too, but the fact that so many people use it means it's already a familiar song. Viewers already recognize the song, the video feels more approachable, but also Nintendo doesn't put music from their games in YouTube's Content ID system, so YouTubers can still use a popular song without worrying about copyright. But finally, and most importantly, I think this song's very popular because it's actually great background music for editing, and I want to show you why. This song is very loopable, which is great if you're using it as background music. It does this with a lot of variety in a short amount of time. One way it adds variety is by changing keys in the middle of the song. Here's the chords to the song transposed to C major, so it's easier for everyone to understand. The A section is 4 chords, D minor 7, G7, C major 7, and A minor. In the key of C, this is the 2, 5, 1, and the 6 of the scale. And then in the B section, we transpose all this up to the 5th scale degree, 7 semitones up. We're playing the same progression of the 2, 5, 1, but now in G major. That's A minor 7, D7, G major 7, and B flat diminished this time. It's a new chord. It works here because it's a semitone or half step above the target chord, the next chord, A minor. We start with the 2-5 again and then prepare to return to C major with the 2-5 in C, which is D minor and G. Another way this song has variety is with rhythm. The style of this song is similar to a polka, but it's in 4/4. Polka is a type of Bohemian folk music from the 1800s that spread to Europe, Latin America, and parts of the US with immigrants from Central Europe, like the Upper Midwest and Eastern Texas. The common instruments in polka are accordion, brass instruments, trumpet, tuba, trombone, and woodwinds like clarinet and saxophone. The distinct sound of a polka is the 2-beat umpa rhythm. It's a similar rhythm to a waltz, which is the 3-beat umpa-pa. But this song's rhythm is pa-pa-um. As far as I know, there's no name for this. The feel and the instruments used in the song seems very polka, so I'd call this like a 4-beat polka rhythm. I just made up that term. Bringing it back to variety, the song starts with this 4-beat polka rhythm, and in the B section it changes to the traditional 2-beat polka umpa rhythm. Another way this song has variety is with melody instruments. The A section melody is a clarinet and the B section is an accordion. So the song is loopable, but the song is also good background music because it has a definite mood. Music is like a story enhancer because it helps set the emotion of the clip. Songs that have a really defined emotion to them are more helpful to an editor and are going to be used more often. In this song, you've got the polka elements which make it playful and whimsical, almost similar to carnival music, and the space in it gives it a real zoned out feeling. Another reason this song is good background music is because it doesn't draw attention. The song is relatively empty. There's open space in both melodies. There's so much space here to add stuff, but I think it's intentionally left blank. The chords are short notes, they're not held out, and there's not many layers. There's only 3 or 4 instruments depending on how you count them. But a big reason it doesn't draw attention is because it's well mixed. A big thing that can go wrong is having an inconsistent volume level. Usually it's a percussion or melody instrument that's way too loud. Here's 3 songs I wanted to use in my own videos, but I couldn't because they all had this issue. A mixing tip that works really well to fix this is mixing to noise. If you pull up a white noise generator or even another YouTube video and you turn your music down a lot, maybe 30 dB, listen to what sounds stick out over the noise because those are probably too loud. Now that we broke it all down, let's build it back up. The elements that make the Able Sisters song so great, the variety, arrangement, playful mood, and the empty space. What if we took all those elements and made something new? This is what I did. I made a new chord progression and melodies, but kept the arrangement, playful mood, and used similar polka patterns and instruments. Here's the chord breakdown. We're in C major. The A section is 4 chords, C, A minor, D minor, G7, or the 1-6-2-5, with the G augmented 7 as a passing chord. I wrote this in Roman numerals. That's the way they teach it in school. You can include more information this way rather than using digits. The B section is in G major. We transpose it up to the 5th of the scale, or 7 semitones up. Just like before, this is the 1-6-2-5, G, E minor, A minor, D7. The second line is different. It goes 1 to the major 6, which is a borrowed chord. Then we transition back to C major with an A flat major 7 to G7 cadence. This isn't anything new, it's just a 2-5-1 cadence in disguise. Instead of using D minor 7, you can go a tritone up or 6 semitones and build a chord there. I'm using A flat major 7. I think a dominant would work here too. Here's the project file in Ableton. I'm going to play a little bit. I chose instruments that have like a new retro vibe of like a Wii or GameCube game. These are all sounds from my pack. This preset is called Brass Castle. And then the bass one, I have a preset called Tuba Castle. I've got a clarinet in there. I called it Clarinet Mushroom. My lead sound called Lead Accordion. And then the string sound. I have like 9 string sounds in this pack. This is one of my favorites. I called it String Full. Strings are definitely one of the hardest sounds to recreate, so it took a while to make, but I'm really glad that I did it because I think it really fits that vibe. Something you can do to make your melodies more interesting is add in ornamentation. These are notes that aren't essential to the melody, but make it sound good. One example is pitch bend to give the slide sound. There's a glissando in the accordion. And then in the clarinet part, I've got something that's kind of just like grace notes. Other things I'm doing in the melody, I'm using a long, short articulation. This means the downbeats are long and the upbeats are short. Both melodies use pickup notes, meaning they start the melody before the 8-bar phrase. I'm shaping the dynamics of both the accordion and the string parts. Something that happens in the Able Sisters melody is triplets. So I wanted to see if I could make something like that work. When I was writing the melodies, I did get a little bit carried away. I like how it sounds, but it does go against that emptiness theme for this video. This is what the original sounded like. I tried toning it back a little and ended up with this. It still wasn't enough, so I made it even more simple. Let's talk about arrangement. I don't want to release a 30-second song, so I need a way to keep this interesting while I loop it. I did this in 2 ways. The first is a key change. Halfway through the song, I switch from C and G and go up 2 semitones to D and A major. And I set up the new key with a cadence in that key. Another way I kept it interesting was changing the rhythms again. Instead of the pa rhythm, we can have the chords and bass hit at the same time. This was a happy accident when I was pasting in the chords, but this is a common way to switch things up in a more traditional style of music. If you like this song, it's out on streaming services. I made a new artist account for this style of music, Virtual Goober, if you want to find it. The sounds from this song are from my pack, Open World Volume 1. It's a Serum preset pack with over 300 of these new retro style sounds. There's also the bounced out one-shots. If you don't have Serum, you can load them into your sampler. I have a bunch of videos on my website previewing the pack. If you want to check it out, varsitybeats.com. The link to the pack as well as the link to the song are in the description. I want to say thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.